Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be looking at running AI locally on our PC. So there's really two tools you can use for this. One is called Ollama, which I have opened here, and then another one you could use is called Backyard AI. And they actually differ in what you can use them for. So Backyard AI, which I will cover in a different video, is more for like fictional conversations and voice chats. So it's basically like character AI where you give your AI a personality and you can chat to it and stuff like that. While Ollama is more for running models locally on your PC and basically doing whatever you want with them. So as you see here, it says you can build stuff with them. So it opens up kind of like an API with the models that you install on your PC, and you can integrate it with Python scripts and stuff like that. So basically with Ollama, you can build whatever you want, and with Backyard AI, it's more for like fictional conversations with characters and stuff like that. So in this video, we'll be covering Ollama. So to install this, we just click download here, and once that's done, we can just run the installer. Okay, so here we just click on install, and it will basically set everything up on its own. Now, if you're like me and you have two hard drives in your PC, basically I have a smaller SSD that I use for my operating system and stuff. And then I have a larger standard hard drive, which is slower, but it has a lot more storage on it. So that's where I want to be storing my models and stuff. There are a bit of tweaks that you have to do here. You have to edit a environment variable, but I'll show you how to do that in a second once this is done installing. Okay, so once this is done installing, you'll see an interface like this. Basically, this loading down here is looking for all the models you have installed on your PC. But obviously, since we just installed it right now, there won't be anything in this list. There's some cloud models here, but we won't really look at that. We want to install our own models. And you can do this by clicking the download button next to one of these models, or we can do it from the terminal, which I'm going to show you. But before that, I want to move the download location of the models to my second hard drive. So to do that, I'm just going to close this. And on my folders here, I'm going to go to this PC, and then my hard drive, users, and your user here. And there should be a .ollama folder here. And inside of there, you'll basically see this models folder. So what you want to do here is you want to open up a different tab here and go to your secondary hard drive or wherever you want the models to be stored and create a folder here. So I'm just going to call this AI. And then inside of here, I'm going to create another folder called Ollama. And yeah, I'm just going to open up that folder, and I want to copy this location here. So once you have that copied, you need to click on the Windows button down here and then just search for environment variables. And you should see this option here, edit the system environment variables. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to click on environment variables here at the bottom. And here at the top, there's actually two sections here. There's a top section up here and then system variables at the bottom. So we want to edit the top ones, and we want to click on new here. And for the name, this is going to be in all caps. It's going to be Ollama underscore models. And then for the variable value, we're just going to paste in that location that we copied here, and I'm going to click OK. And from here, we can just close this. So we select OK down here and OK. And the last thing we want to do is just copy these two folders into there. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here. And with this, I'm going to minimize this. And I need to make sure that Ollama is not running right now. So in the system tray down here, you should see Ollama running. You need to right click on that and select quit. And then we can reopen Ollama from the start menu here. So we can just search for Ollama, run that. And okay, now we should have restarted it, and it should have picked up the new location. So just to test this, I'm going to try downloading a model and make sure that it goes into the correct folder. So here we're going to go to models on the Ollama web page. And I'm going to search for a small model, so Gemma 3N E2B. This is a tiny model. And yeah, this is the one I want. So when you search for a model here, it will give you a bunch of different models, and you want to click on whichever model you want to use. So there's a lot in the list here, and then they'll give you different versions of the model. So here we have a 2 billion parameter version and a 4 billion parameter version. And I'm just going to use the 2 billion parameter version here. So I'm going to click copy. And to install something on Ollama, all you need to do is open up a terminal. So right click on the Windows button and select terminal here. And in here, I'm going to type Ollama run, and then I'm going to paste in the name of that model. So as you can see, it says pulling manifest, and we just need to wait for this to complete downloading. So I'm going to pause the video here and we'll be back in a bit. This should take a bit of a while. The file sizes of LLMs are a bit large, so it will take a while to download. Okay, so once this is done installing, you should see an interface like this. Basically, you can just send a message to the model that you just installed, or you can exit this with, I think the command is /by. And yeah, that exits that. And we can now close this because we're going to use it from the actual interface that we opened here. But before that, I just want to make sure that it did install into the right folders. So if we head to the folder that we set up to store the models, we should see some stuff in here now. This is about 6 gigs, which is the same as the model I just downloaded. So it's being stored in the correct folder here. We can close this. And yeah, from here, you can just open Ollama from the start menu and you can start using it from here. It will automatically choose the model that you have installed here. And yeah, that's basically how you'd use it. Gemma 3 and E2B. So this is the model we just installed. If we send a message like hi here, it should respond here. The thing to note here is that although now when I sent a message, it responded instantly. If you don't use this for like a couple of minutes and you come back and try and send a message, it will take a while for the model to load up before it can respond. And obviously, since I did mention that Ollama does allow you to integrate the models with like your scripts and stuff like that you write your programs. So Ollama does have sort of an API that it opens on your PC. So yeah, with the Ollama API, these are basically the details. It's on localhost port 11434 and then /API, and that's how you would communicate with whichever LLM is running. You do have to pass in some parameters here, like which model it's going to use and the prompt that you're sending it. Obviously, if you do it this way, you're going to have to manage like history of the conversation and stuff yourself, because each time you send a prompt to it, it will basically run as if it's brand new. It won't remember what you sent it before. But for that, you can use a tool like LangChain, which is a Python library. I think other programming languages also have it. And this can help you with managing your models and basically integrating it with the programs that you write. And it can handle previous conversations and stuff like that for you, so you don't have to manually do all of that stuff. I might do a tutorial on this another day, but I did reset my computer recently, so I don't have Python and stuff set up properly. But yeah, just Google LangChain and you should figure out how to get it installed and use it with your Python scripts to integrate your LLM into it. So in the next few videos, we'll probably look at Backyard AI, which I showed you is for running character-based models for roleplay and stuff like that. And yeah, we might also look at Comfy UI, which is for running image models for generating images and editing images and stuff like that. So make sure you guys stick around, and those videos will probably be out in a few days. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.